people out there. Welcome to tonight's YouTube Live. I was just on the Facebook and I need to switch on over to this YouTube. Oh yeah. View. Let's make sure that I'm showing up, and I am. Yay. Welcome. All right, I am just going to share this super quick onto my Facebook page to ensure those who may not have notifications set up join us. Exactly. All right. Let's go here and here. Welcome, Joanne. Nice to see you again. Okay. Join me on the YouTube. Okay, almost done. Join me on the YouTube. Super. Post. Doom. Okay, well, welcome everyone. My name is Elizabeth Giles, and I am coming to you live from the Stampin' Unicorns Craft Room here in Marshfield, Wisconsin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for almost 20 years, and typically on Tuesdays I do a live it used to be Facebook, a live YouTube class. So welcome. Make sure to say hi, hello, and all of the good things. We like all of that. So tonight I have 3 cards. So these 3 cards were just featured at an event that I hosted. It was a fundraiser event for the local Park and Rec department. It also benefited the Primates Incorporated, which is a organization in Westfield, Wisconsin that helps rescue primates, right? Primates, monkeys that have been used in testing, which is crazy that we still do those types of things. So anywho, okay, let me just get back to here. There we go. Okay, so all of the fun things. I'm slowly recovering from that weekend. It's a lot of fun, but I'm always tired at the end of it. Those of you who were there, so glad that you could come as well. Let me know what your favorite thing was from the weekend. And if you weren't there, let me know what you did. It was a gorgeous weekend outside. We always seem to have lovely weather when we have it in October. It almost makes me feel like I want to push it farther back, but there's a lot of things that go on in November. Hello, Sharon. So November would be kind of tough, and then you get close to Halloween. So we'll just kind of stick it out and enjoy the sunshine when we get it in. But yeah, so I crunched quite a few of the numbers already. And for the event itself, we should have made about $1,000 for each organization. So the Marshfield Parks and Rec Department and the Primates Incorporated group. Also, we had some donations, like straight up money donations at the event, and I purchased some things off of the wish list for the Primates group as well. And those will be delivered, already Thursday, so in a couple days. So if you are interested in checking out that organization, it's called Primates Incorporated. They have a wish list. Some of it's food and kind of things like that for the monkeys, and other things are supplies and different items like that. So it's a really interesting organization, and you should read up on it, right? But anyways, back to the Stampin' world. There's a lot of things still happening here at Stampin' Up! And some promotions and some other goodies. So if you are interested in any of these, they end. Oh my gosh. What is today? The 22nd? They end in literally like 8 days. So on Halloween. Wow. That's a little crazy to think that next week, Friday, is November. Yeah. right? I know. That's what I'm saying, you guys. So, I'm going to go ahead and throw you guys down so that we can go over this and just get going, because we've got 3 projects tonight, and Brian's gone, so I don't eat supper yet. That's just how it rolls. Oh, plus I'm gonna have to shut my craft room door because today's Tuesday. Hey Kathy, I saw you message me. Sorry. I was doing a Facebook Live in our unicorn group for my demonstrator team. So I probably confused you more than what you needed. But anyhow, I'm gonna have to shut the door when I flip you guys around because my dog, my son's girlfriend's dog, will be here soon, and he loves to come in here and get riled up. So when I flip you guys around, we'll have to do that. All right, let me get this camera flipped. Right, that's one of the hardest things. I don't know why, but we're gonna just point it at the ceiling first because it gives you guys less drama when it's flipping back and forth that way instead of, so it always takes me 2 times of hitting the turn thing here on the YouTube. So I will let you guys look at this stuff, and then I will shut the door and go from there. So, all right. I'm back to my spot. All right, so these are the things that are coming up. So we have the starter kit promotion yet. If you haven't heard of this, oh my gosh. So the starter kit promotion, don't think of it as a starter kit, okay? Just think of it as a special where you're going to get a whole ton of stuff for very little price. I mean, very little, for 99 bucks. So you will get $155 of products that you choose. It could be all adhesive. It could be all kits. It could be whatever you want for $99. You get free shipping. You get a free paper pumpkin in there. They just throw one in there. Then you also get catalogs and other supplies and a super nice pen. And I am not joking. Okay, you guys, I love my pens. This one sits at my desk. It is metal. It is a very, very nice pen. Okay, like I make sure that you get your pen. So this ends Halloween. Don't wait until Halloween to do this deal if you're going to do it. You do not need to do anything further. Honestly, I have people that do the deals all the time. You just sign up, get your products for basically half price, and go from there. Okay. The other thing that is currently going on is the kits collection. So you guys hear me talk about these kits. There's some of them that are up to 30% off right now. And it's so easy. A kit is just wonderful to just grab and go. Many people this weekend were working on kits because it's an easy, no-brain activity, and you don't have to worry about lugging a bunch of stuff with you. Also, we still have some close to my heart products that Stampin' Up! Acquired. Those are also 30% off. And like I was just telling my team, a lot of those products are pretty neutral. They're similar to product colors that Stampin' Up! Had. And you're going to get a whole pack of 12 by 12 paper for 14 bucks. So if you have those special projects, not even scrapbooking related, but like fancy folds or anything like that, those 12 by 12 papers are amazing for that. And then lastly, we're going to talk about the next upcoming paper pumpkin kit. So paper pumpkin, this was the kit that I just got, and they do have some refills available. So if you don't care if you get the ink or the stamp set, you can, or the ink, ink or stamp set, you can get the refill for this. And I should have brought my kit in here. I don't have it, but it's super adorbs. The kit for next month is these fabric stockings, and then you get 8 gift tags with that, and safety pins and gold foil. So I can't wait to see what those are. Plus, you guys know I like kind of a little different in colors, and you can see the colors for this are Flirty Flamingo, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, Shaded Spruce, and Very Vanilla. So very, very cute. You must sign up by November 10th to get this kit. And if you do, it automatically, if you do a Paper Pumpkin subscription, it just takes one off the subscription. If you do monthly charges, it just charges you monthly. And then I typically get mine around, I would say, the 17th or 18th of the month in the mail, right in my mailbox. And then this is the December one. It doesn't really give us much information, but you can kind of see November 11th through December 10th is the ordering period for that. So that is my spiel, you guys. These are the different specials. Like I said, don't even think about this as a starter kit. Just think of it as a special. If you wanted to continue on and order under yourself, you do get 25 or 20% off automatically of your orders. And that's on top of the other things. And you can order the kits and the Close to My Heart stuff that's currently on sale as part of this. So you can like double dip. The other thing you can do is pre-order products that Stampin' Up! Is able to order right now, us demonstrators. One of them is super awesome, and I'm going to do my bingo around that. I don't have the stuff in here, though, because I'm still working that stuff out. Yeah, starter kits let you pre-order. That's right, Sean. It is wonderful. So if there's anything on your list for the pre-order for the next online exclusive, you can absolutely grab that now. Okay, well, shall we dive in? I have 3 cards tonight. So these 3 cards were all on my card buffet. I think I'm going to start with this one. And when I did my card buffet, if you didn't see all of the things, I have the sample on the back. If there was an inside, would be the inside. And then here it gives you some card tips. I don't do instructions because people don't really read these even. So I just do some quick tips and get it done. So this is my Heartfelt Hexagon card tips. In the packet itself, which is super crazy. Ooh, I have 2 of them here. I went through and punched all the things that they needed. Look at that, right? So everything that was needed for this card, I went out and punched. It comes in an envelope so people can stamp that if they want. So we're just going to get to it. I will give you dimensions. You had problems with this one. Okay. Well, hopefully this works out. We're not doing anything with the card base, so we're going to set that aside. But our piece here, this is wild wheat, right? And this piece is 4 inches by 5 1/4. So it's just a 1/4 inch smaller. You guys, I got to take off my sweatshirt. I actually have 2 sweatshirts on because I was cold, but now that I'm moving my arms all around, it's kind of stiff. So hold on. There we go. Okay. So wild wheat, and these are punched out pieces from the Abundance. Hold on. Let me grab it. Here it is. Oh, it's not this one, but this one would work too. This is Meandering Meadows. From, where is it? Here it is. Here it is. Okay. The Splendid Autumn. Splendid Autumn 6x6. So when you get this, you actually get 4 of each of these designs. And I know I've shown you guys this paper before. One side has these awesome fall colors or fall scenes. And then the other side is the fall colors. Oh, yes. Thank you, Kathy. I do. I try and make it as easy as possible for my peeps. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to line up these hexagons. And I'll just put my sample here. So we're going to just set these however we want. So this is the sunflower piece. This is that piece. This is our middle. So what I actually would recommend, like when you're doing this, is put this one where you want it and then line everything else. So this one is sort of up towards the top. Hi, Mary Kay. And then you kind of go from there. Oh, here we have a smaller piece. That's this bottom corner. And I'm going to do this one exactly like I have it shown. And then maybe we'll do the other one not the same way. Okay. And then you'll see that this green piece, the other part's going to go down here. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab a tape runner. Oh, if I had a tape runner, well, I have this weird one sitting here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of tape where that yellow piece is going to go, because I'm going to end up pulling that back off. But this is the one, and we want to make sure that we're not going too far down. I think that's probably perfect right there. Okay, so this is what we are working around. All right. The next thing I like to do is just put a little bit of glue then. So we're going to start, I always start in one side or the other. And so I'm just going to start on that side. And the reason why I like to use the glue is because I try and move it to where I want it. So we will see. And it's okay if I don't get glue all over everything. But basically, you're just going to try and line them up so that at the top here now, these are kind of even. And so I just start at the top and I go my way down. This is my center point for what I want. So yeah, you don't see very much of that guy. The other nice thing about this paper is the patterns on them are very forgiving. Okay. Next we have a bigger piece. So I'm actually going to put glue on the back. And I know this tab sticks off the side. And same with this lovely sunflower piece. I know this end is going to stick off the side. Okay, now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and cut just because I know I need this other piece of green. What do you guys think so far? I feel like you could make so many different creations. And this heartfelt hexagon punch, it really does do wonders. One of my scrapbookers, Sue Schifferl, she is so creative. She actually uses this punch all the time and does collages in her scrapbooks. They are simply amazing. I should really get a picture sometime and ask her if I can post it for everybody to see. Super cool. So this is what we have so far. Now we're going to take, and like this piece, you could absolutely save that and do another one and put that there, right? And you can use as many or as little colors as you want. So now we have this piece here. I'm going to add, oops, actually, sorry, I'm going to do this middle one first. I think the hardest part about this card is knowing how to place your adhesive so you don't get it all over your workspace. Okay, and then I had a half a piece here. Quit sliding. There we go. Just going to give that a moment. We'll pop this off and do that stamping. I used the Something Fancy stamp set. This has lots of different amazing gradings. In the bucket, I did put the thank you and used Blackberry Bliss because I paired it with a blackberry ribbon. Boom. There is an inside greeting, so we'll go ahead and stamp that. And since we're going to do the other card, because I feel like just being adventurous tonight, we'll go ahead and stamp that inside too. Okay, boom. All right, we'll fold this in half. Yes, of her brewer game. That was pretty amazing for sure. All right, now this should be dried enough that I can snip off the edges. I don't know why I'm doing it that way. This way I can actually see what I'm doing. And here we have another big piece that we can utilize. So if you were doing multiples of these, this absolutely could be a bottom piece right there. Or you can use the other side that doesn't have the floral on it. Okay, we're going to adhere this to our card base. And now we need some tape. Like I said, I don't know where my actual tape runner is, but I have this old one on my desk. So the tape is going to go down because we have some ribbon. I'm just going to figure out how much ribbon I need about. We'll do about that much. And however you put down the ribbon, totally up to you. However it lays flat for you. We're just going to do kind of like a swoosh this time. And lastly, some dimensionals, because dimensionals make everything sweet. And I like to kind of make sure that my dimensionals aren't just going to be on the ribbon. So I'm going to try and place those. Nope. I did it the opposite way. It should be here and then there. When you place adhesive pieces on the ribbon, it kind of makes it not stick down, right? There we go. That is card number 1. So we're going to just quickly do this other card and try and use a different pattern. I'm always going to put that focal point right in the middle though. So let's put a little adhesive here. But maybe we'll try some different colors. I only have one green. So that's got to kind of stay where it's at because I need the other half. That might be a little too deep in color. But we could totally make it very mosaic. Oh, look at that one. I feel like we need that. We need that in our lives. What's the other side of that? The other side of this is the purple. We have a lot of this color. Let's add a light color there. Oh, we do have a half of one of those. Or we bring that up here. Let's bring that up here. And where's our scraps? I think I need to switch these two. Oh. And then bring in, I absolutely love these flowers, so let's do that. And then we'll have the other piece of green there. Maybe I gotta switch this. We gotta switch that for the purple, I think. Or this one. Hold on. Ooh, there we go. Now we just need a little piece right there. Actually, let's switch these two. Maybe. No. I think I got to put the green over there because we need another green. But I don't like that these are on the same side. Oh, nope. I don't have that. Is this purple? That's purple. Ooh. Yes. And then the green over there. Final answer? Final answer. Let's do this. Okay. So it's a little different, right? You never know what you're going to get when you're playing with these things. And it's going to be just as crazy beautiful. Crazy is right. You really don't ever know how things are going to turn out. But that's part of the fun. And you could absolutely use different papers. You could do like a monotone and do like 4 different colors of just cardstock, and maybe some of them are embossed and some of them aren't. There's a lot of different things you can do with this technique. And the punch, I mean, obviously for words or other fun things, but the punch is wonderful for sentiments. It has a lot of room. And it's easy to create. Like if this was your sentiment piece, you can cut it in half, like the background in half this way or the other way, depending on how you have it laying on your cardstock to give it a little bit of a matte. Oops, I probably went too far with that one. See, now I kind of feel like I want to switch those two actually. Boop. Get up. Grr. Grr. You can do it. I know you can. Whoops. There we go. I'm just going to turn it around because I know I don't have any glue on that other end. There. I was getting a little bit of a dark vibe from this other side. So this will lighten it up there. Okay. Come in there. Oh, and I'm going to have to get some of that green. Get some of that green. See, some people find like this kind of piecework relaxing. Other people find that it's so annoying. Ooh, look at the back side of that green. Man, I wish I would have flipped that baby over. Taking a look. That is beautiful. Oh, well. We are good to go. Good to go. We also use this designer series paper to make a framed fall art. And let me tell you, those that did the class were able to choose which one of the papers to use for their framed art. And I think that was the hardest decision of their whole entire life. It just really was so much fun. Absolutely. Okay. This is the green. So let's just, well, what is the other side? Nope, that's the, let's just get right in there. And I loved it. They also got to choose which metallic paper to use for their leaves. They got one of each color of the textured metallic paper. So there was gold, there was tungsten, which is like a pewter. I gotta move that back. And also a copper. And no one chose gold, which is what I had on my sample. So I was very impressed that they were bold enough to choose a different color, because sometimes people have to do it exactly like I have it, which is perfectly fine too. But I loved how they turned out. Okay, just gonna get this stamped. Thank you. And get that. Now, I think we should give away one of these cards, right? Because why not? Why not? So why don't we say sunflower? If you want to win this card, go ahead and say sunflower. And we should be able to give one away on the live and another one away on the replay. So we can go ahead and do that because I already have a copy of it. So these two ones here are very fresh. I gotta find my tape runner. This thing is a piece of crap. So I don't know where my tape runner is. I've missed all the things. So definitely have to find that. That thing is not smooth at all. It needs a little bit of love. I think that looks good. And we will just put the dimensional on. I had some other dimensionals here, but now I grabbed the one that needs the outsides done. I did notice that, Mary Kay. That was the first thing I thought, that she's not Doc Dave anymore. Oh, too funny. I mean, we will miss Doc Dave. It was kind of fun. But we love Mary Kay. Okay, here we go. Super duper. Okay. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. So we have all of them. This is exactly like the original. So super easy. Super fun. Look, we didn't even use this one, so I can use that for another project. Or you could put it on the inside. Like, you got these fun pieces here. You could absolutely add some to the inside of your card. You know, whatever you want to do with them. All right. So we will give this away at the end. Let's see. We have Mary Kay, Sean, Kathy, and Joanne in so far. So we'll just kind of set that aside and give that away at the end. Let me just write down your names. Scrap paper. Here we go. This is my paper pumpkin insert. I love these things. All right. Sunflower. Mary Kay. Kathy. Joanne. Sean. Okay. See how nice that pen works? That's worth buying $100 and whatever dollars worth. Okay, so comment sunflower by the end of this video to be entered in for that, and I'll repeat that in a smidge. I'm just gonna clean this off because those of you who work with Blackberry Bliss know how much it loves to transfer onto other things. So we do not want that to transfer onto other things. We just want it to be clean. Okay. That is card number 1. Super duper. Card number 2. So that card is kind of a simple card, but it's not. I mean, all you need is a punch and some paper and a smidge of ribbon. The next one we are going to do is the Wood Grain Wishes card. And this one here, you use a sponge dauber to add color to the wood grain embossing, which I obviously have done for you. And then for the tree, I really like this tree. So we will go forth and get going on that. All right. So the tree itself, this will have to get repackaged. It is all sorts of not in the package. The tree itself comes from an online exclusive item called Frosted Forest. This Frosted Forest also has the oh my gosh, what is it called? It has dun 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 dun, dun brain masks that go with it and dies. So the masks we did, gosh, where is that card? It was so pretty. It should be right in here. Let me just see. You guys gave me some colors to use with it, and it turned out crazy awesome. Not there. Well, if I don't find it in the next 3 seconds, because it should just be in here. Nope, it's not. I don't know where it is. I mean, it could be in there, but it might be buried with other cards. But you color in the tree, and then it also has one for this other tree. It is very, very awesome. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is our stamping, actually, because we're just going to get the ink pad out and do all of that. This is the inside. So that's what the inside looks like. We have a sentiment. We have our embossed piece, and then we have our piece for our tree. The rest of it's just mats for our card. I think we'll stamp our envelope too, because why not? I have it here. We'll just stamp a tree on it. Make it easy. So we're using Mossy Meadow for all of the stamping. Makes it easy. You only need to have one ink pad available. I'm just going to grab this to put underneath it because I don't want to wipe off the ink. There we go. Okay, that's done. Now let's do the inside of the card because that just has trees on it as well. Remember, if you want to win that first card that we did, to comment sunflower, and that will be good for the live video and for the after party. There we go. There's the inside of the card. Super easy. Now let's stamp it for our actual card piece. Boom. And lastly, we have the sentiment, which is also in this stamp set. That's getting stamped on a circle of crumb cake. I believe this is the 1 3/8 inch circle, or 1 and something. And then we're not done with that. The last thing we're going to do with this is just give our background piece a little color. So you can see it's a little flat right now, even though it's embossed. And all we're doing is taking our sponge dauber and going across it. And I just go across it sideways. You don't got to do anything fancy. See the difference right there already? Some of this, most of this is going to get covered up. So even if you have a little bit of streaks, you're not really going to see that with the different balances of the mats and stuff. So, okay. There we go. I love to do this all the time. It just gives another element, another, it just adds so much without you having to do anything at all. Now that all of our stamping's done, we're going to clean off of our blocks. And do our focal image. The focal image was stamped in that Mossy Meadow. Now we want to color it. And we're going to use blends. And I know what you're thinking. Most of the time you see me using blends when I am using Memento Black. Well, the nice thing is that is a water-based ink, just like our colored ink is. So we're going to get started. We're going to start with the dark Old Olive. So we're not using Mossy Meadow. We're using Old Olive. Now I'm going to guarantee that the brush end of this is, it's not horrible. It's a little bit bumpy. This one's probably worse. Oh yeah, that one's pretty much. But we're not needing to use those. We're going to use this other end because it's kind of intricate. So the dark, we're going to come in here and we are just going to go over pretty much all of these lines just to give them more definition. If you want, you can kind of figure out like how the bows go. Like that one kind of goes together. So I'm just going to connect it. That's one on the bottom. Now we have one here. So it is a little bit easier if you kind of go from bough to bough to just kind of know where the spaces are. But you can add a little bit more. I mean, you can be really messy looking, right? It's a freaking pine tree. It doesn't have any rhyme or reason for how it grows. It just wants to get its stuff out there. And, you know, they're kind of messy. Those needles, they can go any which way they want. So that's basically what we're doing here. Super easy. I've realized I'm just blocking what I am doing from the camera because of my angle, but it'll be okay. There we go. Some of them cross over the tree trunk. Some of them don't. And honestly, like, nobody's going to know where these tree branches go. That's the fun of it. Now, if you're using a mask, you will kind of line that up with how the branches are. And that will fill in the areas for you. But here we're just kind of freehanding it. Okay, there we go. That is our outline of our tree branches. Now we're going to come in with the light old olive. We're just going to fill in those branches. The nice thing is the way that blends work is it's going to grab some of that ink from the darker and blend it so that it doesn't look like, oh, she just outlined it and now she's coloring it in. You want to go over those edges too. Right? And then maybe in some of these areas, you're just going a little bit outside of those lines. There's really, you don't have to be fussy about it. You just kind of get it done. If you want, you can go back in with the dark and back in with the light until you get the colored effect that you want. But I am just winging it here. That's what's nice about these, is you can just have at her. Go as heavy, as deep as you want. The last thing we're going to do is grab our, see, look at, no rhyme or reason. If you want, you can add like another little bit, because these will layer on top of one another. I just love this, where you can just scribble and it's like, ooh, take away my rough lines. Yes. If only we could just scribble on our face and take away those rough lines sometimes. Whew. Okay. The last color is light pecan. And we're just going to grab the marker end because it'll give us more of just a rough down this tree. And that is all I'm doing. I'm going to get in a little bit where the green is, skip some of the spots with the green. Just come pretty much straight down. I mean, how easy was that, right? So what do you guys think? Do you like blends? Is it something that you utilize often? Blends are a little different than markers, and maybe I should show you the difference. Yeah, I can do that real quick. Let me just grab the old olive marker and the pecan pie. I'm just going to do it a little bit on the envelope so you can see the difference. Because it is quite a difference. So here is the marker. I know I'm kind of going backwards, but it's because I don't want to fill in the whole tree. But you can kind of see, I don't know, it just doesn't work as well with the shading of the trunk. And then we're going to grab old atlas. So the markers only come in one color, right? So before we had the two different colors that blended together. So if you were trying to do like the two-tone effect, you would want to grab the other, like maybe Mossy Meadow, and go from there. But I'm just going to outline these branches. So you can see it's more of like a solid color versus the other blends are sort of translucent in a way because they're going to work with the other pigments, and the more you apply, the more depth it goes. When you're working with markers, when you apply more color, it does get just saturated and kind of wet, right? Have you ever used markers where it rubs off, like you're almost rubbing the paper off? That's no fun, right? It just makes it like a puddle of mush. Now, markers do have a good purpose. I love using them when I don't need to have shading. I love using them because you can use markers directly on your stamps and then stamp them down. But you can just kind of see the difference here. And I know it's going to look different because I didn't color it in, but you can just see that outline difference right away. I missed a spot with my brown. Well, actually, that's the inside of the branch, but it looks funny because there's nothing there. So, okay. But markers have, so this, the alcohols are alcohol-based, right? Alcohol blends. And then the markers are water-based. So when you're using the blends, you need to stamp in a water-based ink, which is all of our actual inks, and then Memento. If you're looking to stamp an image and color it in, you want to stamp it in StazOn, and that will help prevent bleeding between the two objects. Okay, back to our card. We're going to construct this. I will try and give you the measurements. I forgot to give you those the last card. So let me zoom me out just a smidge if it will let me. Ooh, that went the wrong way. Okay, so we have 5.5 by 8.5 and folding it in half at 4 1/4. Okay, we want to burnish that edge with the bone folder. Now we are adhering our layer. This layer is 1/8 of an inch smaller, so it is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. I don't emboss my cardstock that is part of my card itself. I always add an extra layer. It gives it more stability. Because if I want somebody to show this off on their mantle, right, it needs to stand firm, not wilt in the front because we broke the fibers when we did the embossing. Okay, next we're going to take our sheet. This is from the Country Woods DSP, I believe is what it's called. This is the back side. And the size of this is 3 inches by 4 inches. So you would be able to get like 12 pieces out of a 12 by 12 piece of paper. Now we're going to take my paper snips here and just kind of, no, actually this one isn't. We're just going to rip it and just give it some dimension here. This corner we're just going like that. And then this one we're ripping a little farther down, giving it a bigger crease. All right. Now that can go on the paper. Ah, I dropped it. It'll be okay. All right. There we are. Now we have this piece, our stamped image. That was 2.5 by 3 3/4, and that's going on a piece of cardstock that is 1/8 of an inch bigger than that. So it would be 2 5/8 by 3 7/8. This is going to get popped up. Dimensionals, I just had you. Where did you go? There you are. Need some more of these pieces. We're just going to cut all the way around because, you know, I'm pretty sure I have dimensionals on my next card too. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now, this can go right here. And we're going to put the birthday wishes right next to here. So we're only going to add dimensionals on the one side. So we don't need dimensionals over the top where there's already dimensionals. And just a little green glue on that side. Lastly, we're going to add some embellishments. These are also part of the online exclusive, so you will not find them in any catalog. They're called Dragonflies and Birds. This packaging is destroyed, so let me just take that off. And it is legitly what it says, Dragonflies and Birds. We're going to grab some of the birds here. I'm going to have to grab a drink. So some of the birds go one way and some go another way. We're going to grab, seeing I have more of the other way birds, we're going to grab a couple of those. So it's not exactly like the card, but hey, that's okay. There we go. All right. So that is the outside. I forgot we had an inside piece. Let's do that. So you guys can't forget to look online at the online store. That's going to be your most up-to-date resource for all things Stampin' Up. And you can find some pretty neat out of publication items too. Okay, here is our second card. Ooh, it's 7:52 already, you guys. Let's see, what is the third card? Oh yeah, that one shouldn't be horrible. All right, what do you guys think of that card? We're kind of like fall and woodsy and all sorts of things so far tonight. I'm going to grab my drink real quick here. Still on my work desk. Okay, there we go. So, don't forget, if you want to get in on winning this card tonight, to comment sunflower, and we'll do the drawing at the end of the next card. So here is the third or the second card. All right, now for the last card. It is a fun fold. Do-do-do-do. Ba-do-ba-do. It is my favorite fun fold, actually. And I will tell you a few reasons why. It's easy to cut. It's easy to cut. It utilizes paper. And it's just a nice fold. I don't know. But definitely because it's very easy to cut and there's not a lot of waste when we make this card. So this card is the Handmade Hug card. And it is very easy to recreate. So I will tell you these dimensions. Okay. So for the card itself, you are going to start out by cutting. So we're going to talk about this, the base, right? So you're going to take your cardstock and cut it in half the tall way. So there would be, here, I'll grab this other piece. So I lied. You're actually going to take it first and score it at 5.5. Okay. So you're scoring the paper at 5.5. And then you are going to cut it in half. So this is one big sheet. You're going to cut it in half at 4 1/4. Then you are going to cut off one end at 2.75. So 2.75 is directly in half of this. That piece is what I use. Hey, Teresa. that piece is what I use to emboss and lay it on top. So we're not wasting anything, right? This would be the full card front. We're adding it right here, which I may as well just do since we're talking about it. Okay. So let's add our embossed piece right here. Okay. Now for the fun part, this Coastal Cabana piece, this is 2.75 by 8.5. So you're taking one piece of 8.5 by 11 piece, 8.5 by 11 cardstock. You're going to score it at 4 1/4 all the way down, and then you're going to cut it at 2.75. So you will actually get 4 of these pieces out of here. So if you had 2 pieces of your card base color and 1 piece of your fold color, you could make 4 cards. Okay, so that is one of the reasons why I absolutely love this fun fold. So this piece again is 2.75 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4. We're just gonna burnish that right there. Okay. This piece is our inside piece here, so that'll get stamped. And then we also have our other piece. Okay. So these 2 pieces are the same size. They should both be, yeah, just under. So this is 1/8 of an inch smaller than this. So we are at 2 and, oh my gosh, 5/8, 2 5/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, that's the same with the white piece. These pieces, this one just needs to get stamped. This is our mat. That goes right here. Now we're going to cover up this middle piece, right? So out of the mat, I die cut the, where are the die cuts for this one? Oh goodness. Where are the die cuts for this one? Crafting with You. Oh, it's right here. So the Crafting with You dies has this loom loop. We just use the inside of it. So I have all of these looms to use for another time, right? So we're just using that inside piece because it was just like the perfect size. So that's what is cut out of here. Okay. We're going to cover that up, which we can do right now. We can actually assemble this and then do our stamping last, which is kind of unusual for me, but it's fine. So let's go ahead and put this piece on. And when we're adhering this piece, which is our mat for where we are placing the rest of our stuff, on this particular fancy fold, I'm going to open it all the way up and just focus on this inside area. This is going to get centered on this inside area. So equal distance. So centered right like that. And then this piece is going to go right on top of that. And it's going to open up. So your crease is on the right side. Typically our crease is on the left. So we're just going to center that right there. And voila. Fun fold. Super easy. I got to give this a good burnish though, because I didn't do that before. There we go. Super. Now it's time to decorate. All right. This piece is just going to go right on there. And one of the girls that was there, one of the youngsters, used the opposite side, and that's beautiful too. We're going to do the floral side. And this designer series paper, let me tell you, it is gorgeous. It is called Regal Winter. And it is just dynamite. Look at these hues. Look at these full colors. Like, amazing. I'm going to be doing a scrapbooking thing with this, so stay tuned. Absolutely. All right. So we'll have to do our tying here. Just grabbing the inks while I'm digging. Let's go ahead and tie this straight around. Normally I don't tie things all the way around, but when you can see the inside of the flap, like why not, right? Okay. And no, I don't know how I always tie. It seems like it's different every time, but it works out. Okay. Get some. Hello, Holly. Yes, I love this fun fold. It is one of my favorites. It is actually my favorite, not one of them. It is my favorite. All right. Which those of you who come to my classes probably see it, but you can make it look so different with placing the different things. Okay, now let's do our stamping. This one, and where did my white piece go? Here it is. And this is the stamp set that goes with those dies. So that's why I kind of paired it together. So we're going to do the with love and then sending you a handmade hug, right? Those of you who know, I am not a hugger. It is not my thing, but I don't mind saying hugs. It's fine. I need to feel really super comfortable with people that I give full-blown hugs to, let me tell you. So if you ever get a full-blown hug from me, you better feel pretty special. Okay, here. Then where's that envelope? We may as well stamp something on there. We'll just stamp it right on the back and then down in the corner. Okay. Envelope. So I like that this is also one of those stamp sets that are like the distinctive stamping. So you get all of that shading too, even though all I did was one stamp. So all of these are distinctive stamps. Okay. Next we have in Pretty Peacock. So that was Coastal Cabana. Pretty Peacock, we're going to stamp our sentiment. Oops. There we go. Boop. And also we have this little with love. Just going to put that right there. Super. Okay. Let's finish putting this card together and then we can give away our other card. So just some green glue right to the middle. So you can see, I know a lot of you guys don't like to do ace for measurements, but see how the varying distance in these mats just makes it look more posh. Yep, that's what I'm going with. And then, of course, we need some dimensionals. Now, this is where I'm going to see, just going to add dimensionals right on the sides of that ribbon because I do not want that ribbon to be interfering with my sentiment. So right like that. Boom. And this one has some embellishments. These embellishments are from Blooming Pearls. And they are stinking cute. So this one we could actually use pretty much any of these. We were using these ones. Ah! So let's grab one big one and two little ones. Boop. Okay, here we go. Boom, boom. Super stinking cute. The other thing I like to do with these type of fun folds is if you wanted, you could like keep this on and then fold it this way and make it a little gift card holder. That's another thing that I really like to do with this particular fun fold. Okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. Now, remember, if you haven't already, we're going to give this card away here in just a moment. And you just have to comment sunflower, and you'll get entered in to win that. And I'm just going to clean these stamps off. Now, my next upcoming event is Stamp Camp. And at Stamp Camp, we do 5 projects for $15. And it is legitly just like I was showing you. Everything's in the packet. Then there's a bucket of supplies, and we pass the buckets. You stay where you are, and we just work through each one of them. It's a make and take. And if you order $30, then class is free. So it's not even like that expensive. But like I said, it's $15 for 5 projects. I'm based out of Marshfield, Wisconsin, so if you're in the area. The other upcoming class I have, it is a virtual bingo. That class is going to be $50, and you will make 6 projects. You will have the chance to win bingo. Prizes determined by how many people participate. And we are going to be focusing it on the new online exclusive bundle, which is the Happy Hibiscus. And like I said before, I'm sorry I don't have it in here with me, but I'm still kind of getting everything situated from my fundraiser event. Make sure to check that out online. So, okay. I think we only have 4 people entered to win the sunflower card on the live. So I have Mary Kay, Kathy, Joan, and Sean. Let me know if I missed anybody. Oh, Lori just commented on the Facebook. So we'll add Lori. And if somebody else commented on Facebook, let me just poke on over there. Because the Facebook doesn't always tell me when I share. Nope, hop out, Jeremiah.
Poofer's in here. The door was wide open.
Oh, Poofers is not in here.
Okay, we're looking for Poofers.
Okay. So let's see here. Oh, well, I saw Lori's comment. I don't see anybody else's, but let me just give it one more whirl and refresh. Refresh. Okay. Well, all right. We're good. I can always catch the comments and do it on the after one, because we're going to also give away a sunflower card on the after party. So anybody that catches the replay and comments on the replay, that is awesome. I really do appreciate it. Even if you can't purchase from me, making comments and sharing my videos really does help out. A few of you know I've been with Stampin' Up! For almost 20 years, and I haven't, unfortunately, done a trip yet. So I'm really hoping to earn that trip and have a little fun, right? It would be so much fun. So even if you are a fellow demonstrator or anything like that, I appreciate any support you can offer my way. Okay, let's see. We're just going to spit them out, and whoever's is left in my hand, I still have 2. Okay, here's the last one. Sean! Sean is the lucky winner. All right. So, Sean, I will get that in the mail to you. And if you didn't win, feel free to go back and comment on the YouTube video. And you will get entered in for the second drawing. So the after party drawing. All right. So let me just lay these kind of out here. Fun stuff. Now, don't forget, if you're looking to take advantage of any of the starter kit promotions or the, which I just call it a special, right? It's a special. Or the kits, or close to my heart, or signing up for that next paper pumpkin kit, do that sooner than later, people. All right, we're going to take that off of there for a second. So I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Little runner in the front yard.